Imagine flying high over a rainbow-colored reef, or stepping into a forest that glows like it's straight out of a fantasy novel. Australia and New Zealand aren't just countries. They're two competing dreamscapes on opposite sides of the same ocean. But here's the big question. If you could only visit one, which would give you the most unforgettable journey? Today, we're pitting these two travel giants head-to-head. From mind-blowing landmarks to heart-pounding adventures, this is the ultimate travel showdown. By the end, you'll know which destination is your perfect match. And trust us, you might be surprised. Let's start with the big names, the showstoppers, the landmarks that put these countries on the global map. Australia hits hard with the Great Barrier Reef, the largest coral reef system in the world. It's visible from space, home to thousands of marine species, and a must-dive destination for anyone chasing magic beneath the waves. But New Zealand doesn't flinch. Its answer? Fiordland National Park. A place so otherworldly it makes movie directors swoon. Deep, misty fjords carve through lush mountain ranges, and waterfalls seem to fall endlessly from the skies. Then there's Uluru, the heart of the Australian outback. Towering, sacred, glowing red at sunrise, this sandstone giant has stood for hundreds of millions of years and carries deep Aboriginal spiritual meaning. New Zealand counters with Milford Sound, a serene yet dramatic fjord that feels like a place time forgot. Waterfalls cascade from jungle cliffs, and dolphins often escort kayakers through the fog. Now let's talk cities. Australia's Sydney Harbour Bridge offers sweeping views and adrenaline for those bold enough to climb it. The nearby Opera House seals Sydney as a postcard-perfect icon. New Zealand brings the Auckland Sky Tower, with 360-degree views stretching across the volcanic hills and harbours. Bonus, you can literally jump off it, safely of course. But if you think these landmarks are impressive, wait until you see what nature's really hiding. Australia unleashes the outback, a vast burning red desert scattered with hidden oases, ancient rock art, and creatures that seem ripped from science fiction. It's raw, remote, and real. New Zealand fires back with the Southern Alps, where snowy peaks clash with emerald valleys. Think Lord of the Rings, because, yeah, they literally filmed it here. Kangaroo Island off the coast of South Australia is where you go to see nature do its thing. Wild kangaroos, sunbathing sea lions, and sleepy koalas roam free, undisturbed. Meanwhile, Abel Tasman National Park on New Zealand's South Island serves up golden beaches, sapphire water, and kayak trails that feel like a lucid dream. And when it comes to water, Australia brings the Whitsundays. 74 islands surrounded by the kind of turquoise seas that don't even look real. Picture-perfect beaches, secluded bays, and yes, coral snorkeling. New Zealand's Bay of Islands rivals it with 140 subtropical islands, dolphin tours, ancient Maori sites, and hidden waterfalls. It's less flashy, more personal. At this point, both countries are throwing haymakers. But can their cities keep up with this natural drama? Australia's Sydney is sleek, fast-paced, and sun-soaked. From Bondi Beach to late-night harbor cruises, it's a mix of luxury, energy, and unforgettable views. Over in New Zealand, Auckland has a different beat, laid back yet modern. It's built on dormant volcanoes, giving the skyline a jagged beauty. The food scene? Underrated. The people? Incredibly warm. Next round, Melbourne versus Wellington. Melbourne's street art makes whole alleyways look like open-air galleries. The coffee? Best in the world. It's a city of culture, design, and deep creative vibes. Wellington is small but punches above its weight. It's artsy, windy, and proud of its indie film scene. Home to Weta Workshop, the powerhouse behind Avatar and The Hobbit, this city's got magic in its DNA. And then there's Brisbane. Sunny, easygoing, with leafy riverside paths and rooftop bars that stay open late. Its Kiwi counterpart? Christchurch. Rebuilding after disaster, the city's become a symbol of resilience, garden-filled, people-powered, and a gateway to the Southern Alps. But beyond city lights and cafe culture, both countries have a wilder side, and it's about to get intense. Australia delivers adrenaline with style. Think surfing Bondi's waves, scuba diving with sharks, or road tripping the Great Ocean Road, hugging cliffs where the land meets fury. But New Zealand doesn't blink. It's the undisputed king of adventure sports. Ever heard of bungee jumping off the Kawarau Bridge? This is where it all started. Or skydiving over Lake Taupo, watching clouds swirl around volcanic craters. Australia has thrills, but New Zealand invented them. Fancy a scenic hike? Australia's Great Ocean Road is stunning, but the Tongariro Alpine Crossing in NZ takes you through active volcano zones, steaming vents, and vibrant crater lakes. It's like hiking on Mars. And then there's the pacing difference. Australia gives you space and vastness. New Zealand gives you punchy variety, deserts to glaciers in under a day. But there's something even deeper than thrills. In Australia, Aboriginal culture runs deep. The Dreamtime stories explain the landscape as a living being. Visiting sacred sites like Uluru connects you to tens of thousands of years of spiritual history. In New Zealand, the Maori culture is everywhere. In the language, the customs, the tattoos, and the fierce haka dances that echo through rugby stadiums and pauhiri ceremonies alike. It's more than culture, it's identity. Australia's cultural mix brings world-class food, wine, and music festivals. You'll meet travelers, artists, surfers, and spiritual wanderers. In New Zealand, there's a warmth, a smaller population, sure, but the connection feels personal. Locals aren't just helpful, they're curious about you. Both countries let you feel a part of something ancient and meaningful. But depending on what you're seeking, the emotional impact may tilt one way. Still, we haven't covered one major factor, and it could make or break your trip. Here's where it gets practical. Cost-wise, Australia's cities tend to run more expensive: accommodation, meals, and attractions. New Zealand offers more budget flexibility, especially for backpackers and road trippers. Transport? Australia is huge. You'll likely need to fly between major cities. Melbourne to Perth is a 4-hour flight. New Zealand is compact. Rent a car, and in just one day you can drive from glaciers to beaches to ancient forests. Best time to visit? Australia, March, May, and September-November for pleasant weather. New Zealand, November-April for warm summer adventures. And yes, both countries are safe, tourist-friendly, and filled with well-marked trails, scenic routes, and locals ready to help if you get lost. But still, we haven't answered the big question. So, which destination wins? If you're looking for raw adventure, heart-racing activities, and cinematic landscapes, you might find your soul in New Zealand. If you crave sun-soaked cities, vast terrains, legendary wildlife, and coastlines that stretch forever, Australia might be your ultimate playground. But here's the truth no one tells you. You don't need to choose. In fact, the best journeys often start in one and end in the other. They're separated by a short flight, yet feel like entirely different worlds. Whether you're into reefs or ranges, bungees or Barbies, haka or harbor views, the real winner is you, the traveler bold enough to explore both. So now we want to hear from you. Which would you pick, Australia or New Zealand? Drop your answer in the comments and tell us why. And if you've visited both, tell us which one stole your heart. Until next time, keep chasing adventure. And remember, the world is wide, but some places change you. If this video helped you decide, hit like and subscribe for more head-to-head travel showdowns, hidden gems, and epic itineraries from around the globe. And hey, tag a travel buddy. Maybe your next adventure just got decided.